Hi everyone. Sorry, there's the mic. Okay. A migraine patient can of course be perfectly happy with its medication and current standard of care. But it's shown in studies that over 60% of chronic migraineurs are not. And this is what we deal with. Typically for pain medication, they run out of power over time, and then you have to change to something else. And that is also true for migraine medication. I wonder what happened here. The other thing is that side effects might grow on you, and you need to change for that reason. So finding the right therapy is always a constant hunt for the doctor and the physician and the patient itself. If you're pregnant or like to become pregnant, a lot of the migraine medication is not really something you want to do. So we have a huge population trying to shift to something else, and there is also a big strive to get non-drug alternatives. What Chordate does is exactly that. We provide a drug-free alternative for all these people. That's a lot of chronic patients. So I'm here, very proud to be presenting to you the story of Ozilia, which is our product. My name is Weilandt, and I'm the CEO of Chordate since 2017. Okay. What is migraine? And perhaps we should take a look at some facts, some basics for that. Starting here, it's a recurring neurological condition with throbbing or pounding characteristics. Very severe headaches, and once you have a migraine episode, you are incapacitated for between 4 and 72 hours. The patient is normally not functional at all. And the most severe group, as you see here, are the chronic migraineurs. They are defined by having 15 headache days per month, whereof 8 migraine episodes. That's about 2% of the population. This is our focus, and this is where we have studied and developed our product. The other lot of migraineurs, they're usually called episodic migraine people. So, 1 out of 7 have migraine in the world. That's quite a lot. 15% about. 2%, as I said before, are chronic migraineurs. And this is absolutely women's health issue because 2/3 of the populations are women. It's also costly to society. Studies from Norway and Sweden indicates about 11,000 euros per year. 80% of that is productivity loss, and 20% is care and medication. So let's take a look at the product itself. The name is Ozilia. What is it and what does it do? Ozilia is a medical device. I think I've made that clear. A typical patient of ours would need up and running about 4 times per year treatments. And Ozilia is a clinical procedure for now. So you have to come to a clinic, an outpatient procedure. It takes about 30 minutes in total, but it's very easy to tolerate. Besides being drug-free, it's also safe, well tolerated in studies, and it really demonstrates no side effects. And we know that from close to 1,000 patients in various studies with safety data. Ozilia is also a typical nurse product or nurse procedure, and the staff can deal with other things once they started the procedure. This saves cost for the clinic. Maybe we should also now take a look at what it does, so you know what that is. Well, central in this is the nose, and the nose is surrounded by a lot of nerve endings and a lot of neurocenters. So if you apply mechanical, electrical, or electromechanical or magnetical stimulation to that area, you can alter the performance of the neurosystem, usually called neuromodulation. And Ozilia is a mechanical vibration in the nose. And this is how it works. The patient is dressed properly in a comfortable chair. And a thin balloon catheter is inserted and placed on the floor of the nostril. And then affixed with a headband on top, just so you don't have to sit and hold the catheter for 10 by 10 minutes. When that is done, the controller is started. And then everything is automatic. So the machine runs itself and the staff can do other things. After 10 minutes, you're prompted to switch over to the other nostril, and then you're done with the procedure. The first minute of the first treatment you ever get can be feeling uncomfortable or awkward, actually. But that really passes fast. And the second time the patient comes around, this is never an issue. So what proof do we have for that this actually works? Well, in order to properly develop medical devices nowadays and get market approval and registration, you need scientific evidence of performance, efficacy, and safety. Chordate has accumulated a substantial history of clinical data, and we are also running currently 2 studies in our pipeline. So here you see the pipeline and the 2 running studies. The PM007 on top there is our pivotal effect study that successfully formed the basis for our marketing and sales activities for now, and also the ground for the CE mark that we received a couple of years ago. The other 2, the 007 and 010, one is directed towards a very specific, hard-to-treat group of patients that doesn't really respond to anything. And 010 is a post-market surveillance study. 200 patients running for 1 year, and we hope to learn a lot from that. So a little bit about the actual results of the 007 study. Fantastic results for us, actually way beyond our expectations. 140 patients divided 50-50, receiving active or sham treatment. And calculated the maximum days saved, that's what they do in this business, was 2.3 days of headache saved, and respectively 2.9 days of migraine episodes saved in the active group, and that's the maximum. The therapeutic gain when you subtract the active from the sham or placebo was 2.7 versus 2.9. And these differences were heavily significant. To actually reduce by over 2 days is considered clinically meaningful, and it's equal or better to anything else out there. So these results have really propelled us into the marketing activities that we're doing right now. So if we just take a quick comparison of the clinical effects here, if we look at the effect as such, number of days reduced or saved on headache or migraine, it's equal or better than anything else out there. If we look at response, how many patients in the study that reached more than 30% reduction of headache days, it's equal or better than anything else. And if we finally look at the side effect profile, which is very important in this case, it's clearly better for Ozilia, as we basically have no records in the data of any such. So, we are addressing a huge market, as you can understand, and we'll should probably take a little look at that. Most alternatives here are based on pills or self-injections that you do at home. But we are very fortunate to have a benchmark, and that is Botox. A large and growing part of the 7 billion drug market globally for migraine is attributed to Botox. Botox is actually a perfect benchmark for us. It is a clinical procedure. You have to come into the clinic. It takes as well as Ozilia 30 minutes to do approximately. Involves 4 treatments approximately per year. And 30 plus sticks in your face, head, neck and shoulders. Per label it requires a specialist to do this. And that is not the case with Ozilia. And a specialist is expensive. And it has a clear side effect profile. And a very nice price to compare with. So, why should anyone invest in that? We are a listed company at Nasdaq in Stockholm. We have a clear vision of exit. It's an exit-driven strategy. We've been following this since 2019. These 5 steps. We're now at the final step of that. We believe that to be able to exit a medical device project, you need to really fill these boxes. Unique invention, good patent. We have 78 patents in 32 countries. Sound scientific evidence and proof of concept in market. And we're building on the last one right now. And the way we do that is focusing on a few, might be small, but precise markets on the left there. US is not a target for now. The thing we do in the US is running a project to get the product registered with FDA. China is the same. It's a joint venture with a Shanghai-based company that we're part owner of. They are responsible for all activities, including registration. So we focus on these small markets in order to build a growing number of clinic installations and a growing recurrent business volume. That is really what we're after right now. So what we want to do by coming here to talk to you, that is 3 things. We like to attract any and more angel investors that have funneled this product so far. What we actually like to do is to attract institutional investors. We don't have any so far over the course of this company's life history, but it's about time to get that. And finally, to connect with strategic partners for furthering our project and also engage in advice for future steps. So, thank you again for this fantastic opportunity, and thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. We've probably got time for one question, if anyone has a question. Yeah.
Hi, Aline from PMV. So what are the actual products that you are selling here to the customers? Is it then the tube that is inserted as well as the headpiece to hold it in place? Or how do I see that? What kind of model are you using then to do these?
Yeah, exactly as you say. This is a system. So you have the controller as a capital equipment. You have the disposable, if you like, but that's also sold as a pay-per-use system. So you have to charge the machine with codes in order for it to run. And the headband is part of the system as well. So these are the 3 items.
Perfect. Thank you. That was great. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you.